Hey everyone, I'm HorseyEatYou. We're back with Fate Grand Order and Avalon of Avalon le Fae. We finally made it. It's, there's like a couple hours left, but we finally made it to Avalon. The moment a planet is born. We'll get some. This song goes hard. That's kind of, just expecting the regular soundtrack when I clicked on this lost belt. I forgot about this song. It's good. But yeah, I'm not like. It's been like a week since I last recorded. Like, I'm not really hyped to go into this. Like, it's gotta be good, but I'm just kind of expecting like boring lore exposition. There's gotta be something going on here in Avalon, though. Just in my head, I can't think of what it is. So this is Avalon, the planet's inner sea. This is where proper human history's King Arthur is said to have gone after he died. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. The biggest flower garden I've ever seen. Right? There's no such thing as evil in paradise. And you look like Merlin now instead of Foe. It's a separate world that neither influences nor is influenced by the surface, no matter how apocalyptic things may be up there. All there is here is hope. This place is a workshop that weaves together all possibilities to lead this planet, and you guys, to a happy ending. That being said, these are still only the remnants of Avalon, a shadow being projected into the British Lost Belt. The tower imprisoning me here isn't here. There isn't much mana in the air, there's no lake where fairies gather. The only thing here is the site of selection, that Caliburn, or the forge where the 6 fairies are supposed to create the sacred sword. Okay. The site of selection. Is that anything like the stone that contained the sword of selection in the legend of King Arthur? The one that Arthur found when he was still a squire being raised as Sir Ector's adopted child? Why don't you stop saying what I think but being smarter? I don't know who Sir Ector is. The one he pulled the sword of selection from to demonstrate that he was destined to be king? That's right. Basically signifies the same thing, and my job is to guide you all there. There, see that altar up on the top of that hill? That's your destination. It's only a stone's throw away, but you'll need to pass through a few checkpoints of sorts to reach it. See, I was expecting this. The failure nonsense episode. Think of them as Avalon's defense mechanism. One final test to make sure everything's in order. Everything the Fairy of Paradise has done to date will appear there as obstacles to be overcome. Everything she's done to date? So, okay. I assume we're gonna get flashbacks and, like, some unanswered stuff. So, Nameless Fairy, this is where she gets brought up, right? Right? We're gonna find out what, Artoria named her, right? I guess they could save that for the very, very end. I mean, it would be like a bookend if, like, she got reincarnated as the Lost Belt's falling apart. She has her name. And then we cry because Artoria's dead by then, probably. Everything she's done to date? That's right. We'll be going over a scrapbook of her life, so to speak, making sure there are no loose ends. Oh, what she saw in the river, probably. Then there's also, remember, there's that flashback to Tantagel where they told her to go kill that guy. I'm still not sure if she killed him. It's like, the narrative kind of framed it that way, right? But also, would they make a Saberface commit murder? Come on now. Is there anything else? Oh, how she knows Barghest. Because we haven't addressed that yet. It'll be a little journey in its own right. One that starts with a cold, unforgiving winter, ends with a warm, fun spring. Based on how things have gone before, it's safe to say the first obstacle will be the hardest, for many reasons. Horsey, your job is to remove those obstacles and help the Fairy of Paradise. Don't worry, you'll be going from hardship to good times, so it'll only get easier the closer you get. Just so we're all clear, let me repeat. The Fairy of Paradise's duty is to create the sacred sword. By doing so, the British Lost Belt will lose its divergence point. Human history will be stabilized once again. Without its tree of emptiness, the British Lost Belt will simply fade away, like all the others. Most importantly, The Sacred Sword's creation will lead directly to the protection of human history. Were this burden to mix with proper human history, the result will be a world that never had the Sacred Sword. Is that how it works? We wouldn't have like half a Sacred Sword? That would close off the route you have taken to defeat the foreign god. Then again, the foreign god can't stop the collapse either, so you'd both be screwed there. Anyway, I think that's everything you need to know. Any questions? So making the Sacred Sword is Artoria's duty. What did that mean? Is it gonna kill her? Come on, Horsey. Why so glum? It's okay, there's nothing to worry about. I'm still the child of prophecy, remember? This is the moment I've been working towards all this time. Ring all the bells so I could come here. Since I've known this was my duty since I rang the 4th bell, in Orkney. I planned to come here alone once Knocknaray was coronated. So don't worry about anything else, okay? Besides, Caldegan needs one of those divine construct things too, right? And we better hurry. Give me an Excalibur that's cooler than a Yargo. Well, I assume it's better than Yargo Minion, right? Gonna protect the Verdant I grew up in. And you guys are gonna take back the world you grew up in. We need to do this to make both those things happen. Now it's time to get to it. That's all. This will be the end of our journey. Lucky my pilgrimage has been so much fun. Now come on, Horsey. Let's head to the site of selection. Since not every day you get to go out to Avalon, so let's make the most of it. Let's watch my back until it's over, okay? Oh no, okay. She's planning to die here, but Morimas is gonna save her. He's gonna do something cool. It's like, why else would Morimas be here, right? Well, it's like, he's been saving his Artoria speech this whole time. Remember that one time he looked at her? At the end of the chapter, I think? Okay, so winter memories. Let's jam. And the share is a huge flower garden. Going to be more different from Britain burned to the ground. And it is a little different in atmosphere. The fact that it's called Land of the Young must mean there's plenty of food to go around. People have all the time they could want, right? And it makes sense there's no war animosity here. Not much reason to do anything bad if you don't gotta take anything from anyone to have what you need. That's true. When you have everything you need, there's no void for you to fill. There's another way this place is very different from the British Lost. Literally had to be built by filling in the sea with the bodies of dead fairies. Speaking of which, seems like a good time to tell you about what's going on above ground. Oh right, time's not like frozen? Perhaps they may have said there are 2 calamities, a red one and a black one. Actually though, there's no limit to the number of calamities. Remember that. So Oberon's a 3rd calamity is what you're telling me. New calamities will continue to appear as long as their source remains. The calamities will never go away until Cerninos, being continually punishing the fairies for their sins, is truly vanquished. Furthermore, thanks to Morgan's hard work, fairies born in the land of the Fae can migrate to proper human history. That means the calamities won't be contained to Britain. They'll spread into and then all across the bleached world until nothing remains of proper human history. It would basically be a smaller scale version of the King of Mages' incineration of humanity. How's it smaller scale? Is humanity's dead? So you guys need to defeat every last one of the calamities before that happens. I see. We can't let Cerninos' curse spread any further. We need to stop his calamities while they're still contained in Britain. Exactly. The calamity burning down Britain right now is actually the Great Calamity that's supposed to happen 1,000 years ago. Morgan averted that calamity by passing it on to a Fang Clan fairy. Oh! Okay, so Barghest, well, Morgan is like, hey Barghest, you know, make sure nothing happens. Barghest, the leader of the Black Dogs. She's not the fairy you knew anymore. She's now burning all of Britain as a Black Calamity. The Calamity of the Beast. Barghest! This is all foreseeable. She was born the child of Calamity, after all. What does that mean? It was Morgan who sealed that fate away by gifting her a name. She said that as long as Barghest was Gawain, she would never become a mythical hound. Oh, okay. So by us killing Morgan, that unleashed the Calamity. Okay. But even that could only go so far. Is it a similar thing to Melusine? I mean, The same thing also didn't quite happen with Balbon Sith and Tristan, but like kind of, sort of. Like being named Tristan, I don't think changed her personality, but it's the same concept. So all the Tomlin are kind of like that. Our guest was already at her limit, even without you guys defeating her. Honestly, it's impressive she lasted as long as she did. This won't be easy to hear, but you need to understand. Once you get back to the surface, you'll have to fight more than just Cernunnos. Like I said, we can't afford to let the calamities leave Britain. Letting some fairies migrate to proper human history was a nice idea. Fortunately, for our guest's case, that was never an option. As for the other calamity, Cernunnos, that one you can fight without having to feel bad or worry. His soul was shattered 14,000 years ago. Now he's just a corpse that's not quite done dying. That said, he's still a very powerful god, and very fluffy. His flesh was grown thick enough over those millennia to rival Albion's spirit cavern. His cursed layer is equivalent to 400 kilometers worth of geological stratum. Of course. You'll need the God of Wisdom's curse dispelling, all the fighting forces Chaldea can muster, and a divine construct made especially to combat Cernunnos. Even then, you'll only just be able to scrape by. Yeah, we've done this song and dance before. Thinking about it, you honestly may not stand a chance. I can't help you either, since I can't leave this place. Best I can do is show you the way. Aw man, you're able to avoid the story ending in total annihilation. Oh well. What? I know, right? Only got a Godslayer's weapon lying around somewhere. Oh, the black... Where is the black barrel? What happened to it? But we do. We have the perfect trump card for taking on Cernunnos. In fact, it'll be a piece of cake. Really? But where's that trump card? It's Morabasa! What? What's Morabasa gonna do? Say what? Come on, don't you remember? Told us you could cut any god you came across. In fact, you were bragging about how you cut a gigantic one clean in half in an Olympus place. Did he? I don't remember this. There's no reason you can't do the same thing here. Since you didn't do anything noteworthy in Camelot, this will be your chance to clean your name. Wow, that's harsh. Hey, yeah, with more boss on our side. Oh, sure, if you really want me to, we can try to cut him down. Hey, see, he can do it. Just goes to show it never hurts to ask. Yeesh, try not letting yourself be selfish. That's the first thing you say? You know, Shio does have a history of, you know, using Caliber, and let him use Excalibur too. Can't he actually project it in Fate Extra? Oh, Emiya, but of course this isn't Shio, this is Muramasa, but still. Did I try, okay? Don't get your hopes up. Not sure how much I could do against that thing. Just play Emiya and I'll be happy. Bye. See ya, Artoria. Master Artoria just disappeared. Is this one of those checkpoints you mentioned, Merlin? Yep, this is the first. She's facing her own memories now. Well, she's doing that. You guys will need to fight and defeat those. Oh no! Not the silhouette with weird eyes. I see we've got Avalon Wyverns. Close but no cigar. Come on, get your head in the game. Those are radical, abstract embodiments of Artoria's winter memories. You'll never be able to leave those memories until you defeat them. But they shouldn't pose any major threat to you now that you've come this far. Go on and give them a good thrashing. I'll fight too, of course. Been ages since I last showed up, after all. I guess he's a support. Oh, what if the support one has like his his buffed kit? Remember back in Babylon, the NPC Merlin, before he was in the game, I think his Noble Phantasm just had a straight up heal on it? It did more, maybe? I forget. Plus, I've been wanting to see how much stronger you and Mashi have grown up close in person. Okay, so that's cool that we could use them and all, but we're not gonna do that. Oh, come on! You jerks. Just got Hawk again. Oh, I guess we have, okay. Mushroom Guest only cannot use Artoria Caster. Okay, we gotta use, we use our buddy. No. The Valentine's Day event going on right now. I've just been using Wound Cancer Kiara. She's my buddy. They're berserkers, right? So Or Masa, I guess. Someone for the bond. Can't really loop with this, but like, it's fine. Wait, do we? I don't have a foreigner that's arts, right? AoE? Wait, are you AoE? You are, right? Yeah. Huh. I mean, I could try to use her, but then I have to like remake the whole party, so that's a big pain. I'll just go with this. So yeah, I was kind of expecting it to be like this. It's the character development before the finale. I feel like we've done this before in quite a few. Oh geez, these guys are stronger than I thought they'd be. I'm only mad. No. Oh, it's only one wave. Oh, okay, this is easy then. I thought it was 3 waves. Yeah, I feel like Lost Boats have done this before. I just can't think of any. Or like right before the climax, there's like, you know, something like this going on. Like Olympus, I don't think it had that. Like before Zeus or something. But I swear if they've done this before, I just can't think of an example. Okay, don't make me cite evidence. But oh yeah, so something. I assume this has to be intentional. So this is Winter Memories. I know these 4 like wars that were based off calamities or something in the lore of this Lost Belt. That's got to be like. So we're starting with Winter, which I assume was the first war. But I don't know my Lost Belt 6 lore that well. Okay, it's in the timeline. I'm gonna go back and look at that after this battle. And you go, Muramasa. And get them. Kill those Moors. Well, kill those Winter Memories. We hate winter. Hate snow. What's my favorite? What's my least favorite key visual novel? It's gotta be Canon. Too much snow. White Album 2? That's the worst romance story I've ever seen. But snow. Ridicule. Also, Muramasa almost died. Bring in Merlin? I remembered I had the plug suit. Don't think I forgot. Oh wait, he can live with this. He'll live. And does that do crit up, right? I don't. No one ever uses that skill. Come on. I haven't seen Merlin in so long. He knows. He knows they added Artoria, Caster, and Skadi to the game, so nobody uses him anymore. And the Korean Sky is now. He used to be most OP servant in the game. Now he's like maybe top 5. Ah, dang it, we're gonna be 1 off. Nani? Well, not more. Dang it! Oh wait, he left. Okay, never mind. We're good. And get him. You be cool, Muramasa. Live with 1 HP. That's what the cool boys do. I gotta complete those missions. I think they have a good reward with them, like a ticket or something. Oh, and of course, like yesterday, I spent all my courts trying to get Karen, and then they announce, "Oh yeah, there's a banner with Balbon Sith on it." Trying right now, but Karen, I would really like to have Karen. But like, I can realistically get Balbon Sith if I rolled for her, right? Like, I think I've spent like 60 courts between Bizette and Karen. There's a very good chance you get a 4-star, you know, underrate up with that. I don't know why, but those things felt really awful to fight. What were those attack names? Ridicule? Something else. It's not actually all that surprising. Those are Caster's most painful memories given physical form. We have no way of knowing what they are, but by defeating them, we felt some of the same feelings they inspire in her. Huh? Where did you all go? You just disappeared on me out of nowhere. I was really worried. And you disappeared. We've been here fighting off weird Moors and... No, Muramasa. All in good time. There's absolution... ablutions? Is that a word? I've never seen. Hold on, getting my phone out. Evolutions. Evolution.
Ablution.
Yeah? The act of washing oneself. Often used for humorously formal effect. A ceremonial act of washing parts of the body. Okay, she has ablutions she needs to perform to enter the site of selection. We have obstacles to remove. We only have 3 more of these to go. Let's just take them one at a time. Whatever you have to say can wait until after we reach the site of selection. So I don't have to do any fighting this time? Sounds good to me. Come on, let's keep going. I mean, I'm assuming she probably had the same flashback she had back in, whenever we had that flashback before. Was that when Balbon Sith got us? I think it was. Okay, so are we not actually going to see any of our memories then? Or is it just that one that we're not going to see? Get that. What am I missing out on here? Oh, it's a, Stop bombing. Shut up, Machu. Tickets? Dang it, no tickets. Who cares this then? Yeah, I even used all my fragments. Anyway, 0 AP now. Oh, are we getting memories? Whenever I closed my eyes, this is where I'd be. It didn't matter if I was awake or asleep. I'd still be shivering from the frigid wind. Howling, howling. Wind strong enough to shatter your ears. Nothing to protect me, my body feels cold as ice. Surrounded by pitch darkness with nothing for warmth, and no hope of escape. That's how I grew up. For me, Britain was pure hell. The prophecy was true. She'll be our salvation. She'll be our absolution. She's the savior who washed up on our shore, along with the name Artoria. Also the name Castor, don't ask about that. May you grow healthy and strong to the age of 16. May the Queen soldiers never find you. God, every time I remember, Artoria Castor's real name is Artoria Castor. It's just... it's ridiculous. Now go on. Hurry. 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 Hurry and greet your 16th birthday. We have complete faith in you. Well, you must give everything you have for us. Is this the same scene we've seen before? A small newborn fairy washed ashore in a boat loaded with all kinds of treasure. What an incredible stroke of luck. This girl must be the child of prophecy. What a horrible omen. The High Queen finds out about her, we'll all be done for. The village fairy's opinion split right down the middle. They all agreed on what should be done. At least the child of prophecy should be useful. We'll raise her ourselves until she turns 16. But she's the fairy of paradise, right? I don't like her. She's gonna mock us. She doesn't deserve a proper house. What do humans do with creatures like that again? I know they raise them as a livestock. Make her a lovely little stable. The other villages will never find out about her if we say we're raising a horse. Ranger Bit was Artoria Castor the whole time. It all makes sense now. We can keep the child of prophecy all for ourselves. The fairies of Tentacle treated me as a precious resource. I had almost no magical energy, which made them all worry about me. It's been 4 years since she got here, and she still has barely any magical energy. Poor thing. She may as well be a human. I can't believe she still can't do anything impressive. I'm worried. Are you able to survive like this? You know, we need to train her. We need to be harder on her, methodical with her, and even give her time to sleep. Forgive us, Castor. This is all for your own good. The way you are now, you can't even dream of being the child of prophecy. You don't have any time for dreams. Oh, the world though? You really need to have her grow at least a little. You barely tell her apart from a human. No one will believe she's the child of prophecy like this. Not even when she turns 16. Is this fairy eyes? I thought she didn't get those until she rang the bell. Who cares if she can defeat the queen or not? All that matters is that she's valuable. Doesn't matter whether she's the real child of prophecy or not. She just has to look the part so we can get rich. Why else would we bother taking in the fairy of paradise? We just have to make sure she doesn't die. Don't have to worry about her running away. Much too weak to do that. But the village fairies didn't know that my Fae eye still worked. Okay. However much I wished I couldn't, I always saw the true feelings they kept to themselves. I thought you didn't get them though until we started ringing the bells. Maybe they got better after you started ringing the bells? Deep down, they all feared and loathed me. The fairies that feared me believed in the child of prophecy with all their hearts, and worked me like a slave. The fairies that loathed me hated the fairy paradise, and abused me without a second thought. Aside from that, all anyone felt for me was indifference. I was considered a precious resource, treated like I wasn't even there. I couldn't blame them for that. I more or less knew what my duty was. As to bring salvation to the fairies of Britain, free them from their suffering, to save them in the true sense of the word. Even as a child, I understood that fulfilling my duty would mean the end of Britain as it existed now. To deal with the slave driving, the abuse, the disinterest, I knew the reasons behind them. But this sound was too much to bear. Asleep or awake, there's never a time I didn't hear it. Howls of deceit, howls of self-interest, howls of selfishness, howls of envy. Sounds I could never shut out. Sounds of the fairies' true feelings. It was enough to make me lose track of where I was meant to go. I hear bells ringing. Tell me to go on a pilgrimage to save the fairies. Honestly, this sound depresses me too. I know it's supposed to be an honorable mission. How in the world am I supposed to save fairies like that? I mean, genocide's always an option. Is this her training? Ha! Die! That's why I'm out in this nearby field again, hard at work at my training. Okay. Today's another day of close quarters combat practice with the staff of selection, who arrived with me on my boat as a weapon. Can't use anything like Fey domains. Oh, what's a Fey domain again? Is that like what Morgan did? So the only thing I can do with my staff is bop people. Bop. Yeah, is this where Barghest shows up? It's gotta be, right? Ha 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 ha. It was an early afternoon of my 6th year. So, was she like a baby when she first showed up, or was she full size? I had collapsed from exhaustion. My melee combat training was the only time I had to myself once the villager keeping an eye on me left, figuring I was so weak I wouldn't be able to escape anyway. Ha 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 ha. Huh? Just as my voice was trailing off, yeah, that was nasty. The fairies at your place are pretty horrible. You know that? Is this Barghest? Oh, what? Did you just talk stuff? Oh, is this Oberon pretending to be Merlin? It's gotta be Oberon, right? Or there could be a second Merlin around. But she mistook Oberon for Merlin way back in the beginning. No, I'm not the staff of selection, just a nosy old busybody. I just couldn't take how awful Tintagel is anymore, or how sickening it is to see you doing everything they tell you. Just had to say something. I swear, wasn't planning on getting involved, now I just don't think I have a choice. Listen up, I'm Merlin the Mage of Flowers. Gonna be your teacher from now on, don't forget it. That was how I met Merlin, or at least his voice coming from the staff of selection. That's how I began studying to be a mage. Magecraft? I knew about that. Queen Morgan uses that. But what exactly is it? What exactly are you gonna teach me? What do you mean? Magecraft, of course. Merlin Magecraft. Trust me, it's really something. Well, let me fly like a bird? Like, zoom, whoosh. Flying? You'd like to fly, huh? Pretty tall order for your first spell. Just give her moth wings. You don't know how to fly? What are you, some kind of quack? Oh no, I can fly easily. I'm the amazing Merlin. Let's hold off on that one for now. Not even the Wind Clan can fly after all. The sky is the dragon's domain. The precious few upper-class fairies can go there. For your first spell, let's start with something closer to home. Something that'll make your life easier. Tell me, is there anything you could use right now that would make you happy? Well, guess I'd like it if nighttime was warmer. My house gets really, really cold. It freezes over in the winter. I actually lost 2 toes. What? 2 toes last year because of that. Haven't told anyone else though. It's too. That's messed up. Too embarrassing. Got it. I'll start getting a lesson ready for you right away. Just give me 2 days to find some teaching materials. Question mark, question mark, question mark? Merlin taught me all sorts of spells. Eating, detection, healing, linguistics, camouflage, lockpicking, stealth attacks, explosives, obstacles. Every time I expressed interest in learning a new spell, he'd say, "Sorry, I can't today. I'll just wait until the next lesson." Then we would make magecraft items together. Those lessons formed the foundation of my Merlin magecraft. Looking back on it, I must have had to change the spells a lot just so I could use them with my tiny pool of magical energy. Hey, why are you teaching me all this when every British fairy hates me? Because I'm not a British fairy. Sorry, just kidding. The fact is, you are the fairy of paradise, no matter what the fairies of your village think. Eventually, most fairies will come to follow you. Can you hear that? Geese outside. When they do, you'll need to be the ideal. No. The kind of savior that everyone dreams of. Fantastical savior. Fantastical? That's right. You'll need to be a character straight out of a children's story. Everyone has different fantasies. Some want a strong king, some a kind king, some a scary king, and so on. Your job is to be able to be all of those things. You need to inspire hopes and dreams, or rather, bring them all together. Everything wants something different, so a single name would only get in the way. That's why you need to be a nameless king. Oh no, not the nameless king. Someone who stands at the edge of the world rather than at its center. Yeah, the edge of the camera, because the camera keeps... You lock out of the dragon, you can't see him. You lock out of the guy, you can't see him. And you're just running around, holding down the right stick, hoping you can find him. Serves as a beacon of hope for others just by virtue of existing. Glowing starlight shining with possibilities. That's a reference to Dark Souls 3, by the way. The camera lock-on for, like, really big bosses in Souls games just sucks. The Nameless King, he's like the hardest boss that's not a DLC in that game. This is the kind of king I'd like you to become. The kind that can inspire people from our top castle walls, no matter the time or place. Can I really be all that? Sure you can. Might be impossible in reality, but anything's possible in fantasy. People have always had a way of making fantasy become a reality. So like futures we thought we could only dream of eventually stop being dreams. Star! Merlin was very talkative and a lot of fun to be around. But that only lasted for a year. A fairy girl saw me laughing in the field and reported me to the village elder, who responded by taking away the staff of selection until I turned 16 and set out on my journey. Oh, that... Hey, fairy girl, we hate you. Snitch. From then on, every day was more painful than the last. That's the end of my winter memory. Okay. A little abrupt, but... I mean, Merlin said they only get better from there, right? So, hey, it can't get any worse, right? Hold on. Notes. First Great Calamity, the War of Spring was first? Really? So we're going in backwards order? Do we have the Winter War? A Caterpillar War, that's a famous season. You know, the 5 seasons. Winter, Spring, Summer, Fall, and Caterpillar. War of Winter. Okay, yeah, we do all right at the beginning of the era. Invades Orkney. Conquers all of Britain and reigns as the High Queen. Okay. Then Autumn's next. An armed uprising begins. No, that's not when Uther was killed. That's when Uther conquers everything. Okay. Oh, that's just a few months later that he dies. Okay. That's when Masha showed up. And then War of the Summer is... Okay, that's Mab's thing. Then Spring... Okay, it was the initial Northern Fairy War. Gotcha. That might be brought up or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to cut it there because really long and I'm actually kind of tired. So I'm about to go to bed. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.